I'm going on Sunset over here. Let me.
Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Been a while.
All right.
Last time I was there, I was watching Champions LA, which I'm also like, wow, it has already been a full year since then. Like, it really does not feel like it's been that long since I was actually there in LA watching champs. So that's I don't know, some crazy stuff to think about.
All right. Uh, let's see. What do we have? I'm gonna look into a bit into what they're picking. We have a Deadlock coming in from Big Chair. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I haven't actually seen Deadlock much on Sunset. Both teams going for Astra, but Attacker's also going for double smokes with the Clove.
Yeah, that's nothing too crazy. I
Yeah.
know my college teammate, um he likes Astra, and once he found out that she was getting her 5th star back, he was ballistic. And so he pretty much just played Astra during our placement games this season for the team, and we went 3-0. So he was doing
Yeah,
pretty
I
damn well on
guess
it.
it
There
works,
was one
it
round in
works.
particular where he just absolutely shut down an entire 5-man push with his Astra stars. It was insane.
No, I mean, if it works, it works.
It was yeah. I mean, it's not even if it works, it works. It's just really good. 5
Yeah.
stars back again.
It's
I mean,
been a while, but yeah, I think a lot of people are pretty
it
happy
was
about.
definitely
Yeah, a lot of people are pretty happy about this. I mean, let me again try to remember where everyone is. It's not gonna happen. In the first.
FPX classic.
I'm interested to see double smokes on Sunset though. With
Yeah,
Clove
you don't-
and Astra.
Yeah, it's not too crazy uncommon to see, but just the Astra already being able to cover so much, I'm curious just how much value the Clove's even going to be getting in the first place.
Yeah, because Sunset also like not being the map where you really need, where you don't really get much value. Have double smokes in the first place anyway, unless you have like very short range smokes. But Astra is global.
Yeah.
Dropping smokes.
I see a very quick
look.
push out from the Clove, just peeking right into 2 of them, getting taken out.
Down A.
They win the fights.
They do. They get some trades down. It's now a 3v2. Gecko is the only one left on site. Cypher's all the way back on B site, but they decide to go for that rotate. Gonna send an Astra Star smoke up to right side to prevent that Gecko from pushing out.
Out of charges.
And just
Up
this
the guy
Cypher
up.
now here left to fight this off. Gets one.
Finds
Spike
one.
And
Uh-oh.
the Gecko now as well peeks in. Doesn't get the Yoru, but the Cypher finds the second.
Winnable.
And the Cypher gets the
Oh!
3rd kill. Very nice clutch from the Cypher over here.
Remember.
I mean, he expected, I guess, they probably kind of expected him to push. Gecko heard them walking off. And the Cypher was just able to hold his ground up here in top mid.
Yeah, beautiful play there from Cypher. I mean, he really has had to be. That was really the only thing he could do if they wanted to win that round.
Yeah,
to be able
he
to come
has to
out with
fight that.
3.
He has to fight that. You
But-
let them have sight, it's a 3v2. They can even play from like B main. I mean, it's not much spray you can do with pistols, but it's still quite powerful.
Yes, this should do.
Yeah,
And the C,
attacking team hesitating a little bit because of that closed door. We're probably going to go through market, but we're stopped.
yeah, we're gonna see smokes coming down instantly. Cypher might be able to potentially get a pick through his traps.
Cage.
Yeah, through the
Spike
cage
planted.
using his traps. We see Cloves just holding market over here, hoping somebody is gonna push into that smoke. Decides maybe to take a peek out of the smoke. Gecko spots her near the top of the site. Cloves is gonna keep pushing into market over here. Gets right-clicked by the Gecko. And just down to the players in main to play spam with, for some reason, some classics. Cypher!
The hell?
Did that Cypher just get a nice little flick onto the Yoru over
Yeah.
here inside of the smoke?
Absolutely.
I think that's what I
Absolutely.
saw right there.
I mean, he's heating up all right. I
Yeah.
mean, he's already got 6 kills. More than enough for that ultimate. but obviously, Neural Theft isn't the most strongest of ultimates, but I mean, still
Yeah,
being able to have it this early on going to this bonus, you never know where
You never know, yeah.
how much value
I'm not
you can
entirely
really
sure
find.
why the Yoru had a classic near the end there on the last round, but I wasn't paying too much attention to his buy. But they are on a full buy now, and the defense obviously on their bonus, and we're gonna see that push here towards that A side, getting cleared out by the drone. Deadlock getting the first pick.
Oh, your TP's on the
And
open though.
Yeah, Yoru
He's punished.
TPs, but the Sova was just ready for him, clearing him out. Clove going to be peeking
Spraying,
out.
he committed to the spray.
He
Just
committed
got
to
no ammo.
Yeah, ran out of ammo, and the Sova just took advantage of that. Gecko's kind of stuck here. We're gonna use his wingman to potentially clear them out. Getting volleyed as well.
Yeah. Oh,
And the other Gecko getting cleared out here, and it's just the Sova holding the side. Gets
so much
a
damage.
kill from the dart.
One enemy
Knows
remaining.
Deadlock is the last one there, and knows that she's there with the spike.
Standing ahead.
And he uses recon.
stand out.
Scan another right click and a 4K for the Cypher to end off the round.
Beautiful,
not Cypher,
beautiful
Sova.
round.
I-
What are you doing in here, Happy? Your crowd
know.
noise now.
Ground noise, dang.
Yeah, we need the cheers, you know, like when a big play happens, we need to hear that. The crowd going
Yeah.
wild.
All right, let's get a warm-up run in. Happy, let's hear it. Ah! Yeah, okay. Good.
Okay.
Good warm-up, good warm-up.
Yeah. Seeing Astra staying with the Bulldog.
Revealing area.
And pushing out towards mid, not being able to get a single one, getting cleared out by the Gecko with his Sheriff. They're pushing
That's how
towards
you start
mid,
to
top
lose
mid is
those
smoked, and
ecos.
they're using their double smokes here to be able to smoke off what 3 things at once. Cypher just gets absolutely overwhelmed on sight from all angles. Neon getting some of that spray from the Clove, decides to back away while Decayed. One hit kills her. Gecko investing his flash and the Clove re-smoking. Gets one, but gets traded out right away. Gecko gonna think about investing his ult here towards CT. Knows that at least one of them is there from that Clove. Here's
I
the...
think they know it's both.
Yeah, they know it's both. They hear the utility. That Astra Star is gonna get invested. Gecko's being the lost player, but gets cleared out through market.
That's
And
always
Astra
how you
peeks
lose
out of
those
A.
ecos.
Yeah.
That's always how you lose those ecos slash those lower buys. Astra trying to do way too much, closing the door and trying to get ahead of it, and that only trapped them in a really bad position. And then
Yeah.
after that kill came through, Cypher stuck alone on B site, being pinched from 3 different angles at
Yeah,
once.
you had
absolutely
Clove,
nothing you can do.
You had Clove
He
running
falls.
up, getting that smoke down near Boba as well. It's just not much you can do in that kind of situation. You're left to fend 3 angles for yourself. You can see Yoru coming in with a Judge, going for that ult onto sight. Using his clone to clear out the trip, spots out the Cypher, goes from behind, jumps, gets detained and shotguns all at once. Not sure if that Gecko ult was even necessary. Flash cashing the Astra and TP's out into safety. Good for 2, this Yoru. They clear out the Gecko market, but don't expect the flank from the Clove. The Clove, on the other hand, pulls out the knife
One
and is
enemy
down to a
remaining.
2v2.
Oh, no.
Yoru gets taken out. And it's all left to the Deadlock, playing from main. Just gonna get her wall, delaying them so much.
One off of the Annihilation. He finds 1 kill here. It's winnable.
He finds one
It's
kill.
very winnable.
Yeah. Knows that it's on the spike.
One enemy
Gets the...
remaining.
As all.
Has the ult. Knows that he's off. Gonna pop the ult as well. Just gonna go... And with that
Catches
ult...
him.
With that ult, there's nothing he can do. 1v1 with that ult, it's way too powerful. No teammates to save you,
I do not break.
just doesn't happen.
Great round. Great round to win there.
Nice round from Big Show over here, getting that 1 kill, popping his ult right away, knowing it's the best way for him to win the round. I mean, you don't even want to tap the spike when that ult is online, because what's gonna
Biggest of
happen? You know?
chairs.
You're just gonna get ulted right away. We're seeing
4
potentially a
ults
mid
here on the
push.
side of the defense.
That's true. They could go for a heavy retake. They have that Gecko ult. They have the Cypher ult. That's going to be really good for a retake, and the Neon ult as well. They're going to push out a little bit towards A site. We're also going to see that Gecko peeking towards mid. Astra's just gonna close the door and manages to get a pick on the Clove. Meanwhile, the Yoru's just gonna start entering out onto site already. Just TP's back site with a TP, with a flash as well. Nobody is waiting for him back site. Is gonna see one of them jump peeking as well. And Cypher gonna invest the ult over here to find the last ones. Ult just playing from main. And they know it as well. And Neon going on that flank. Yoru not expecting the flank. They're gonna invest the Astral as well to just prevent them from even stopping that defuse.
Hey.
And it just
Wait,
proves too
the
much.
Marshall finds one, and they just passed each. What?
Wait, can you press tab real quick?
Yeah, of course. I need to get reminded to do that after every round.
You know, I played with this G Chrome guy earlier. I played 2 EMEA games, and in the first game, he went 1-11 before he got the second kill on
The G-Chrome guy is a friend I know in real life, by the way.
It was something.
Yeah, he's a bit of an inconsistent guy. You see, sometimes you see like crazy performance. He's like, "Oh my God, Max, I should be like ascendant or something. I don't know why I'm in gold."
And then
the very next game, he goes like 1-15. We're gonna see a bit of aggression towards mid here.
Chamber and like headhunter only and hit insane shots.
Yeah, he does that sometimes. Astra gonna spot out, but not be able to kill the Clove. Deadlock gonna break the door. And they've spotted the Clove towards mid, not expecting the peek from the Gecko, but manages to get out with her life. Trades going down on the B site. Cypher dead. None of that utility's alive. Astra's going out towards reloading, but the Deadlock catches her on a timing. Sova's droning out, knows where one of them is. Also here's one of them walking through market. Trying to regroup with the Gecko, but the wall is just splitting them off. They're gonna have to break that wall. Yoru's playing on site, which is a little risky over here. We'll see what happens with that, because the rest of them are playing from main. We have Gecko not expecting Yoru to play on site, and it's all down to the Sova. Can't do much in a 2v1, peeking into both defenders inside of B main. Very interesting play here as well. I see a bit of aggression from the Yoru, deciding to not back away with his teammates. It's a little risky, but it worked there because that Gecko flash just baited for him, you know? You see that Gecko flash coming from main, you don't think one of them is playing on site.
Absolutely. Even though he fell immediately after, I mean, you're in a position solely just get one, and
Yeah, get one, get the
put
trade.
your teammates in
In a
pretty
2v.
damn unlosable.
Yeah, we're gonna see that Yoru ult coming out again, this time towards the A site. Gonna clear out, spot out the Neon,
You are divided.
and spot out everyone else. We're gonna see that Astral invested as well. And the Clove's already died and ulted as well. We're gonna see so many ults invested. Managed good for one, but not the second. Sova decides to go through that wall, gives them sight, and maybe play for
That's
retake. They
understood.
have that have that Gecko ult.
One enemy remaining.
And it's all down to the Yoru now as well. They managed to get the kill from the Cypher.
He's stuck with a judge.
He is stuck with a judge. Not the best. I mean, obviously, he was playing for his ult. Not the best over here. If he tries to pick up a gun, he will make noise as well. Gonna get scanned. Peeks out of the smoke into the Sova. Just watching that smoke attentively, sees him peek out even for a second. Spur comes down and he dies. It's a good round. They did invest 2 big ults into this, the Yoru and the Astra ult, and weren't able to get that win though. And we still have that Gecko ult on the defenders. They could use that for a big retake, and they haven't been able to really get to that because their retakes haven't really facilitated it. We're gonna see again more towards the B site over here. Thinking that Cypher site is much easier to take than running into Neon, Sova, and whoever else is playing on there, because the Astra's been playing on as well. We're getting both Gecko ults coming out right away. Goodness.
Gravity was doing so much to delay
That
that
Gecko
push
ult?
as well.
Yeah, that Gecko ult's gonna get quite a lot of value over here, but gets one of the kills. Clove has managed to get away with her life, but it's down to a 2v3. Both Gecko ults come out, one of them not finding as much value as the other.
Cussing him.
Hey, nice Astra stun, hoping to catch one of them just sitting there. Neon going for the re-peek. Thinking, well, that Astra has to be playing from there. And Clove's just stuck in main over here. Astra's going
Last
towards there,
player standing.
but the Sova is just expecting it. He knows might just start pushing through
Covering
mid.
it.
And it's all down to the Clove, left alone. All 3 players on that B side. She has enough time to rotate towards A, but I don't think she's going to go for it over here.
30 seconds
Yeah,
left.
I think it's just going to be a little bit too awkward because, you know, the defense is playing this perfectly right now, just not making sure to give up no 1v1s whatsoever. So Clove is
Yeah.
going to have to rely on creeping all the way up, which they might. You're going to be able
Gets
to spot
one.
one.
But doesn't expect the Astra
Trade
to
it
be
out.
right there, ready to trade right behind her. And they were both there as well, so even if the Astra fell, that Sova had a perfect swing off the Astra kill. They were just playing together really well. It was good to see them not really split up. They decided that they were just going to play retake on that A side if the Clove happened to rotate, and the Clove didn't want to. Just running into all 3 of them, not much you can do in that kind of situation. Seeing Astra Star towards top mid. They might want to go for a mid push. Kiko's just gonna close it right away, and the Clove, I mean, they're gonna break the door right away, just putting that pressure onto Market. Gekko uses Molly to try and delay a push. Nobody's playing towards top mid, but the Sova's gonna go there, and the Astra's also gonna go there to watch the smoke and across. Gekko just holding that, sees the smoke come through, jumps around doing
Reload.
God knows what. Very nice shots from the Clove, and the Cypher getting flanked. It's all down to the Sova. Sees one of them mid. Does not get the kill. Doesn't expect the Astra to be playing from CT. They spread out very, very
Gekko
deep.
just
You
trying
see
to
that?
spray away through the smoke and then immediately
Yeah.
started reloading, which just let the Clove just push all the way through.
Yeah, I don't
Catch
know
him
why
with
he
his
didn't
pants
really.
down.
Yeah, I don't really know why he didn't go into the smoke though, because like he had that smoke that the Clove plays for him. He could have gone in there. Instead, he chose to just jump around a little bit. Not entirely sure about that, but we are gonna see now towards the A side. They've decided that they. I mean, the thing I see with this attack is they've pushed very, very deep. You've seen them a lot holding these angles that they just never expect on those constant flanks. We're gonna see Clove pushing in right away, just getting shot by the Neon, but the Neon's gonna get cleared out, and it's all Sova just left alone. Might be more worth it for him. Gonna spot out the Clove, but have to play back. Clove's gonna get sucked, and he's good for 1, good for 2. He sees the Deadlock, but the Deadlock is able to get that trade. I mean, Sova was left alone there to play on site, down to a 3v3. Astra getting cleared out mid by the Cypher. They're gonna invest that Cypher ult over here, and they still have that Astra ult online, which they're gonna invest as well to potentially. I mean, they see exactly where they are. Not sure what the Astra ult is really gonna achieve. Should have waited for the Cypher ult to first tick, but they're gonna still be able to get both kills. They're gonna get Gekko on that defuse, getting one ult point more towards his ult. Not sure if he's gonna be able to get it by the last round and a half, but might have a chance to do so. I mean, that Astra ult not really getting much value. They probably should have waited for the Cypher ult to
Last
tick
round
once
in
to
the
see that they were
half.
both playing on site. They're still able to get the kills, though. Got both of them, so pretty nice round. Pretty nice round here from the defense. That Sova solo hold on site, being able to get the Clove and instantly flick onto that Yoru on the coming in from behind. I think that was a really, really good hold from the Sova that really won them the round here, because they didn't really get overwhelmed that easily on site. He would just stood his ground really well. We're gonna see once
Cypher
again.
being able to, the Cypher also being able to pick out that player in mid. He's just confirmed
the
the
lurker.
last location.
And the Clove being able to get the kill on the Gekko, pushing out mid.
And live.
And the Clove getting a
What?
3rd kill. I mean,
Last player
it's all
standing.
down to the Sova, and now it's all down to the Neon. He's just gonna potentially go. He could flank them. I mean, they've completely overwhelmed site. Yoru peeking into him with the clone. Not being able to find a single one on this
Switching
round.
sides.
Obviously, the rounds switching sides now. You saw that Gekko push out pretty aggressively, and didn't really work out for them. The Clove was able to get all the aggressive pushes towards the mid.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this attack side's going to be
I'm out.
playing out here, but
Yeah,
I mean, it
they have
doesn't
that
look like it's
deadlock
gonna be
instead of a
anything too
Cypher.
crazy.
They have that deadlock instead of a
Yeah.
Cypher playing on B site here. And I am a little interested to see how that's going to be played because I haven't really seen deadlock on Sunset much.
Sound
I mean, we're going to
switch
see that same trip that we see on Cypher, just obviously it's not like as much of a one-way, and obviously you can sneak past it, but you don't really expect people to be sneaking. We're going to just see a lot of aggression towards mid. The Clove not prepared for them to push out of the smoke. And we see that Yoru's just... Well, I mean, he gets cleared out by the Neon in the end. And it's just these players left top mid. Decide to just back away from the smoke because it's just not worth it to fight that many people. You see that most of them just push towards mid. Not entirely sure how that Yoru got that far into tiles, but he did get cleared out in the end. We're gonna see Sova taking a fight, and the Deadlock having to go back towards B site. Knows that at least one of them has taken that peek, and we're also gonna see the Gecko being able to get the kill on the Neon. Last player standing here in a 1v3
spike
situation.
planted.
It's winnable.
It is winnable. Down to 15
I would argue
HP.
against that.
I think it's pretty winnable.
I mean,
They're hacking. They're hacking.
yeah, it was winnable, but he should have definitely won that duel with the Cypher. The fact that he didn't win it kind of it revealed his location, let the rest of the team run for him while he still had to worry about the Cypher pushing out.
Gecko
And then
forcing
got
up
flashed.
a sheriff here, though.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what the buy is looking like.
He's the only buy.
Yeah, we're seeing the defense. Yeah, the only buy is a Sheriff from the Gecko, and the attack is just gonna go probably full push A. Sova looked like he was potentially going to go towards that mid. I mean, Cypher actually. Cypher's gonna start potentially lurking towards mid. They're gonna spot out that Gecko right away. Cypher's just gonna hear them pushing in very, very aggressively towards mid, and they don't want to take any of those fights really. At least not right now. They're gonna get sight pretty easily. They cleared out the one defender, the one Gecko that was sitting on there. Yoru's just gonna walk out but get cleared out right away. And now it's just down to the double flank. Cypher's gonna see them on the cam. He knows they're there, but there's two of them and only one of him. Cypher not being able to get a single shot. And they've been good for two by now. But the other defender, it's now down to these two flankers. All attackers know where they are. Neon gonna get that stun, not connecting, but the Sova jumping out of the smoke. And now it's just down to the Deadlock, good for one. This would be a 1v3 ace clutch for the Deadlock.
One enemy.
What in the world is Gecko
good
doing?
for 4. And it's
I
just
don't
down
think
to...
there's not enough time.
There's not
but-
enough time for that defuse though. And no 5k for the Deadlock either. The Sova is able to get that kill in the end.
I mean, effectively, they still would have gotten the same amount of ult points at the end of it because you don't get an ult point if you
Yeah.
perish the spike. So, but I mean, on top of that, that's a very... Yeah, sure, the attack still won. That is not a clean round that you want to be seeing off
Yeah.
of winning the pistol.
Cutting through.
Yeah, it was a little messy. I mean, you saw that very, very aggressive push towards the mid. You see that this team, they were aggressive on the attack and they're still aggressive on the defense. I mean, this looks like a pretty proactive play they're doing with the Clove. They're gonna see that Neon peeking into the smoke. Gets away
And they're
from
gonna get away with it.
You're gonna get away. I was thinking the Sova could die as well because he was peeking right into the crosshair. Gets caught in the Deadlock zone net though, getting cleared out by that Cypher trip. And gonna take quite a bit of damage and also gonna get mollied. Oh, just barely being able to get away from the molly though with the Astra suck as well.
How in the world? You
I'm
got a
surprised.
shock dart, you got the gravity net,
Yeah, you
got
get a molly and an Astra suck and somehow the Clove.
Yeah.
The Clove is still alive, and you see Astra lurking towards Market, being cleared out though, and we have the rest of the players. Well, one of them is mid with the cam. And Astra's gonna hear the utility being used, gonna hear that drone as well. The drone's not gonna spot her. Good for one.
No way.
One enemy.
Good for
How
two,
does
and
that
it's all down to
happen?
the Cypher. I mean, the Cypher's mid. You can stick that defuse. You can stick that defuse. Cypher can't really... I mean, he can get there in time. But obviously, you have that second player to worry about, and there's just nothing the Cypher can do. He can't get to the spike in time. Hoping to potentially get one. Good for one. Doesn't get the ace
Ooh.
though at the end there. I mean, it wouldn't be an ace; it would be a 5K, but does not get it right
an
at
ace.
the end. I mean,
He
doesn't-
killed
it doesn't-
He killed each player.
I mean,
I mean, yeah, I don't know if it would really count.
It doesn't like count. Like, the game doesn't say as an ace.
This is a nice one.
If you lose as well, it doesn't count as an ace. It just counts it as a 5K. Like there's a difference, I believe.
Yeah,
Not
no,
too
there
sure.
is. Because you can.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, yeah,
if
true,
you
you
kill
can-
the same person twice
Yeah,
off
you
a
also get
sage
a
res,
5K.
that's just a 5K.
Yeah,
it's
just
not
a
nice.
5K.
By definition,
Yeah,
it's killing every player
Yeah.
once. So you can
I guess,
still get an
I guess,
ace,
yeah. Yeah, I guess.
even though
You
you
would've
with,
had-
with another teammate getting a kill.
Yeah.
If like a clove res or sage res.
Yeah. I'm just not sure if it counts like for the game if you don't win the round.
I know exactly.
No, it doesn't.
We're gonna see that Cypher lurking up through mid and being able to get a pick top mid right away. Also gonna figure out where everyone is. Knows that the clone has to be fake because of that reveal. He's gonna hear the Yoru as well,
Get it.
picking up a gun. Is he just
You're
gonna go for
playing
the
a
peek through the smoke?
Dangerous game.
Ooh, very, very dangerous here. Does not go his way though. Neon and the rest of the team. Neon gonna try to go for an aggressive slide. Goes for it again and gets the Yoru right as he's about to TP away.
He would have gotten out on land.
Yeah,
Watching hit.
he would have gotten out there. I mean, the Yoru was completely gone. The player model was not there, but the ping is just enough to get that kill for the Neon here. Neon holding the timing with that smoke appearing though. The second the Neon goes away, that Astra crosses over. Doesn't know if anyone else was there. They're gonna start playing.
Pulling them in.
They're gonna start peeking onto site. Getting cleared out by the deadlock.
Yeah. Monster on the loose.
You are gonna see that Astra ult does come in. But what else can they do? The Astra's just left alone to fend on the other side of that wall. They're just gonna throw all their utility, that Neon Stun and the Gecko Flash, and there's not much you can do. I mean, the Astra Wall did come up at the perfect time to protect the detained player, but it just wasn't enough because he couldn't really hold it. Defense not only being able to get one round here.
Very, very broken by. You got a sheriff on the deadlock, but admittedly they do have
Yeah.
that annihilation to maybe, drag a gun all the way over if they're
Yeah, it could help them out. We also have that Yoru on the Bucky peeking out, but getting cleared out by the Cypher right as he tries to throw the flash. But we also have the Clove going for very early aggression towards mid over here as well. Cypher might avoid it, might spot the Clove, but not being able to fight it. Tries to go for it, but the Clove's gonna just go
Gecko's
through it.
closing in
I
behind him.
mean, I'm not entirely sure what's happening towards mid, but I think it's more interesting to see all this utility stuff. The Cypher just not being able to catch up to the Clove. They're both slow walking past each other. Clove gonna go for the re-clear, finally spot the Cypher. And we're back to just that stalemate that we had towards that B side. Just a bunch of utility I saw being thrown around.
So you found the defense here. We killed 2 people in B main. I want to crunch up, get closer, and possibly retrieve some of those weapons. Because that's what,
Yeah, that would help them out so much.
In this
We
round.
have those 2 kills. Obviously, they're not just gonna carry around their weapons and take them back. You see Astra peeking in to the Gecko, being able to get another one, and the Cypher, good for one,
30 seconds
doesn't get the
left.
second, but they know that the Astra is all the way in top mid, and they have just about enough time to get that plant down.
Spike planted.
Pull down to the
10
Astra over here.
bullets. Know the general location spot, so
Knows that one of them is playing back from elbow. Could have been the planter. Doesn't know where the last Astra is. Don't know if she's gonna
Right.
expect that wrap. Gonna
that
take.
star might be slightly too far away. I don't know if the gravity well. If you stay all the way to the side, that gravity well might not touch you.
Can't block
True.
it.
No, I think I'm mistaken.
Actually, it might.
But with Astra on the rack,
The Astra manages
no,
to
no,
get
we gotta be somewhere close.
manages to get the Sova. Doesn't know where the other Astra is though. Expecting her to play from potentially CT. Yeah, I was thinking that. The Astra was thinking that the other Astra was CT, but the attacker Astra managed to wrap all the way around. The unexpected play over here and manages to win them another round. Not looking very good for the defense.
And then last time it's going
11-6.
to the Astro form.
Thrasher online to try to take some space somewhere or use it for a retake.
Yeah, perhaps they could
But-
do that. They still have that Annihilation, which they haven't really used. They didn't really find a good use for it last round.
Annihilation can definitely help during a
Yeah.
retake because, you know, there's always going to be a lot of chaos happening.
Yeah,
that
they might not even be able to like defend the teammates. We're gonna see that deadlock wall, and we already have 3 people on that B side to defend it. And the Cypher's just left alone. A lot of spray damage coming on to that the
Want to
Sova.
fight it?
And they're gonna invest that Astra ult. Deadlock playing in front of the Astra ult, going for the spray, being able to get one, but getting cleared out. That's their Annihilation also gone, which could have very much helped. And we're gonna see that Gecko ult right away.
And they stopped her.
Managed to spray it down though at the very end here. And they're all just gonna play. They're gonna get a lot of damage
know
done onto that
exactly.
Astra again. They're gonna invest Cypher ult over here to potentially secure the round. Down to the Astra and the Gecko. Gecko might be able to retrieve his ult.
you'll have so. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
they have
real
Sova ult as
difficult.
well. You really need to push out in towards B main. Very strong hold over here.
Last player standing.
And yeah,
Shit,
Sova ult
Panther.
invested and the sprays all come through. Not much you can do in that kind of round. It's now match point for the
Match
attackers. Not looking too good for the defense. I mean, look at their buy as well. They're down to what, like a half buy eco. We're not even seeing any automatic rifles. Well, actually, no, we're seeing one Bulldog and a Guardian.
That goes there.
As well as a Bucky from the Yoru. He might go for an aggressive play here with
This
Bucky
is a nice
because
spot.
you really have to do that. Potentially get a gun. I'm gonna see that they're gonna try to set up the same thing again. They might go off their Neon ult. Although I mean, when you see match point, you do see a lot of overheating happening quite a lot. You see that Neon going very aggressive at the very start over here, and the Yoru going in pretty early, but gets
I
cleared out
don't
by the
even know
Gecko
what
right
happened
away.
there.
Yeah, well, I think
It looked like he just ran out with another
Yeah.
flash in his hands.
It looked like he ran out with the flash. Neon being killed. And we're gonna see that Annihilation getting one, but getting traded out. I mean, that Annihilation not really gonna find much value over here. Down to this Gecko, left in a 1v2. Cypher getting into B main over here.
Gonna be a little bit too awkward. He's
Yeah,
gonna
not
be
being able to
find
get
shot.
the kill.
Checkers.
And they managed to win. And in the end here,
Sheesh.
13-6 didn't really look that good for their defense half. They just weren't able to get any of those rounds. That Deadlock was not able to find enough value like the Cypher could. I mean, look at that Cypher being top frag, finding so much value at the end there. All right.